Welcome to my garden again. It is April 9th. Last video I did was last week, so 1 week ago, and everything's changing. Forsythia is still in bloom. It's starting to bloom out. Little cherry tree, weeping cherry, my neighbors have, which is basically all on my property, is bloomed out pretty much. The grape hyacinths are in full effect. We have them everywhere. And there's a lonely tulip leaf. Not sure how that got in there. So last night here in New Jersey was 30 degrees. A little concerned with not frost but a freeze. But the ground temperature was pretty warm last week, and the humidity was a little bit higher last night, so I didn't come out and cover anything. So a lot of plants getting bigger and bigger, pushing out. Peonies are getting almost to the cage over here. The candy corn spirea is changing already, so it goes from the red from the last video to orangish and yellow. This is about as big as they get. These are my oldest ones, so these are maybe 3.5 by 3.5. So they can get big, but you can just trim them back. But it's a great staple plant in my gardens. I got a couple of roses I cut down because they were transplants from last year. I moved them over here. This one's doing a little bit better. It's a seventh heaven. Hopefully I get them to survive over here. They were not happy where they were. This one was in the middle of my dahlias, and my dahlias like choked it out. All the phlox is blooming. A couple of them didn't fare too well from the weather we had last year. I gotta cut those back, remove that one. There's a woodpecker. All my friends out. They're all happy because I put the suet out again today. The honeysuckle's coming in really good on this arbor. My Wheeler honeysuckle over on the bird feeder is already budding. These aren't budding yet. They're close. This is a white and yellow honeysuckle. It's actually from the area. Now here's a big change if you look at my other video. We dug out this whole section, and then edged around here and took out about 2 feet over there to kind of round it out. I never liked how I had it cut. So so this is a whole new area. I finally got my basin put in. That was a 3-man job. One of my olive pots in the back rolled over here. That was entertaining. The idea is I gotta fill it with dirt, and then I'm gonna put the 2 different colored phlox and let it just drape out of the olive pot. Here I have these stepping stones, which I think are pretty cool. You get them at Lowe's. They're all interconnected with little steel pieces, so they're a little more flexible, so you don't have to have the ground dead flat. And this will be the only path coming to the garden. That section is all going to be filled with plants. I'm planning on, once the garden center gets them in for me, right there is going to be a bridal wreath spirea. I have one over there and one back there. And then I may put a lilac or two in here. I don't know. I'm still trying to visualize and design it. A bunch of things I need to move out. Like the salvia I need to move, forward, and some of the yarrow, like that one, I need to move forward, and just kind of bring things into this new area, so it's a little less crowded. But yeah, everything's coming together. All my Asiatic lilies are popping up. These are my black ones, which are really cool. Let's see, what else is new? Yeah, my where is it? Yeah, there's a couple of my salvia didn't come back, and a couple of my scabiosa are kind of a little iffy. Scabiosa can be kind of temperamental, especially in the winter. But yeah, you see all the phlox. I put all these in last year. This whole garden was from last year, so they're starting to fill in. My lilacs almost open, just starting to open. And one of the big changes from the last video, on the other side, we got my allium. These are gladiators, are budding, all three. So these are the 5-footer gladiators. So the big thing is, so the new garden I dug out, I take all the turf and I make a new garden. And here we go. So I got my arbors up. One of them I had to piece back together again. So all the turfs I took out of the old garden, I brought over here and flipped it over. And the intent is to try to build up this area a little bit higher, because this area gets a little water runoff when we get really heavy rains. And I'm trying to push the water towards the fence line. Yeah, there's the one that steals my bulbs right there. There he is. So build this up, and I started a dry bed down there that goes down about 2 feet, and just filled with stone. So when the water fills up around here, it'll just run out onto the driveway. And then this will help kind of, one, cover the area and compost the area down, and two, try to trap the water. I'm going to take all the leaves I've been saving and cover all this. So then I got another layer of compost on top of the grass, and it'll break down. So here, probably I'm going to put in grapes and honeysuckle. I haven't decided which grapes I want yet. I have a feeling the birds are going to steal them on me, but if I get one or two while I'm out here working, same thing with the blackberries. I'm going to take this brick pathway out, and the idea is curve the pathway through the middle, and then you have a walkway. And I'll plant a couple larger shrubs. I might do like oak leaf hydrangeas that block people from walking through, so you have to walk in the arbors. So that's another change. Here's my other olive pots. I gotta figure out what to do with them. They're pretty heavy, so they're cool. And in the back, yeah, the oak leaves are coming in. My columbine. I need to get more, and kind of fill in the area there, or steal the seeds and replant them. I still need to figure out what I'm going to put there. I don't know yet. I want a larger shrub-ish plant. It's fairly shady back here, so it becomes a problem. There's all my Lily of the Valley coming up, and the pink one. The pink one's blooming. There was stuff in the back that's ground orchid. When they bloom, I'll do, of course, do a video. I made a video last year. The only hostas I have, these do pop up pretty quick. They're about 10 inches out now. My Empress Wu, more Lily of the Valley. Those are just white. The ones over there were white and pink. The other hosta, more Lily of the Valley and ground orchids. I did put in. I added and also replaced. It looks like someone's chewing my new corbel. So I replaced. There's a dying twisted lime corbel that was here, so I replaced that. I added the red one, added another purple that's Grape Expectations. I love the names of these. And I filled in a couple more corbels back here, replaced a couple that either died or got eaten. The Oregon grape hollies are in full bloom. This is one of these, they're very yellow. My Japanese Scamia is in bloom. That one I cut back. It's blooming in a couple spots. It just, over the winter, somehow it got ripped out of the ground. I don't know, by an animal or just the weather. And then this one here. So they do produce berries. The birds did take all these. And then this is all my shade stuff, like Jacob's Ladder and Virginia Bluebells. And I think that's it. That's pretty much all the changes. That's the new 9-bark. You see how well they do, because this is more shade back here. This one gets a little bit more sun over here. There's another lilac, same as the ones in the front. It's a little bit behind the other ones because this gets a little bit more shade. These are all daylilies. I've been collecting them and just shoving them back behind the shed. And then the project today was start moving compost. So I moved it next to the yellow one. Took the bricks out and started digging it out. And pretty much that's all compost soil. So I need to start rototilling it and screening it, and then I'm going to use it in the new section of my garden. So, but that's it. A lot of changes. It's always evolving, trying to expand it. I got a couple more ideas. I just got to get these, other projects done, mostly the front. The arbors with the grapes is kind of a, I'll go as I have time. And broccoli's looking good. I'm thinking about just adding more of these raised gardens back here when I take this out. It's probably the best use for this area. But yep, that's it. Thanks for watching. Got any questions, just leave a comment.